What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Today I'm going to be doing my overview of the Sharp by Design Mini Evo. Thank you to Brian, Lord Needham, for sending this in for me to check out. His Instagram will be linked below, so give him a follow. Great guy, great knife collection. Takes some amazing pictures also. And yeah, this one's got something special going on, and I don't know why it's different than other Sharp by Designs, but we'll talk about that in a minute. First, let's go over the specs and do a couple size comparisons. Bring you guys in a little closer here. All right, overall length 7.5 inches. Blade length's 3.375 inches. You have a 3-inch cutting edge. Blade thickness is 130 thousandths. It's M390 blade steel. The weight is 3.1 ounces. It is right hand tip up only carry, so no lefty love on this one. No lefty love at all. Cage ceramic ball bearings on the pivot, and it has Brian Nadeau's patented detent system, which I can't remember what he calls it, but it's like a little pyramid kind of detent thing. We'll talk more about that detent in a minute. This is OEM by Riat. The price of this knife, this variation, the price is $385, but on Blade, and they have these in stock on Blade HQ. I'll link it below. And they also have, you can get what, purple haze inlays or nebula fat carbon inlays, and both those are in stock too. And I think those are $425, so they're only like $40 more to go with the fat carbon inlays, which is good in my opinion. All right, let's do a couple size comparisons. Here is the Brian Brown Jaeger M. Going to be very similar in length. I think they're identical in length, actually. Here is the EMP EDC Nimble T. Quite a bit longer than the Nimble T. Alright, what else have we got here? Here is the Renegade Provision Company GOM. God of Mischief. Quite a bit smaller than the GOM. Here's the American Blade Works Model 1. Again, quite a bit smaller. Thickness-wise, it's very close to the Model 1. All right, let's do some of our regulars here real quick. Here is the Paramilitary 2 and the Para 3. Much closer in size to the Para 3 than the PM2. And where's the Bug Out and the Penguin? Here's a Benchmade Bug Out. Very similar in size to the Bug Out. And not much thicker either. Close to it in thickness. And here's the QSP Penguin. Again, thickness-wise, almost identical to the Penguin. Very close in thickness. So that should give you guys a good idea on the size. Let's talk about the ergonomics and the action of this knife. If you guys have seen my videos, I've talked, let's zoom you back out a little bit. I have talked so much trash about this knife, this Apex by Sharp by Design, because of this pocket clip. Should be ashamed of himself for ever selling this knife to people with that clip on it. It is impossible for it not to stab you in your palm. I don't care what hand size you have, what you do. This is the worst pocket clip I've ever felt in any knife. So, saw pictures of this and how close it was up to, you know, the spine of the knife, and it's not up as far as this. So. I was like, man, I bet that pocket clip's going to be bad too. And I think combination of it not being all the way up helps with it not poking you. This one does not poke you, but it's also, if you look at it, it's kind of shaped differently. The Apex pokes up quite a bit more, sticks up in the air more, and comes to more of a point. And this one doesn't do that. Ergos on this knife are fantastic. No hot spots anywhere. The way the flipper is done just locks you in, and this jimping is fantastic also. Perfect jimping, sticky jimping, makes your thumb just stick to it. You're really locked in there. The knife is surprisingly lightweight. It feels extremely lightweight. It feels, you look at it and it's a titanium frame lock, you're like, man, how's it so light? And the only thing I can come up with is they must have milled underneath these inlays to where it's super thin. The titanium's got to be super thin because it doesn't go all the way through. So they must have really milled that down to you know, get this weight down to where it is. It's impressively lightweight for its size. Full flat grind, almost full flat grind. You do have a hole and a fuller there, but they are just for aesthetics. You can't get to them to deploy the knife. This is a flipper only with a very cool designed flipper tab that sticks way out, but you know, no jimping on it, but you don't need it. The light switch and the push button both equally as good, and that's for a reason. There's a reason for that. It's because of that detent, man. This knife has the best detent I've ever felt on any knife. This is the best detent I've ever felt. I've handled hundreds of knives now. This is the best one. You can't feel it. Impossible to feel it. Pull as lightly as you can. The blade still flies out. That's as lightly as I can pull. I hope the mic is picking that up too. You get like a click click. You get a pop from the detent breaking. Hear that? I'm gonna bring it up to the mic. So you get that pop from that detent, and then the blade locks open. I'm gonna deploy it in front of the mic. It's like a click click. Yeah, excellent detent. Best detent I've ever felt on any knife, and I stand by that. I thought about it. I'm trying to think if there's another knife out there that has had a detent this good, and I can't come up with one. I cannot come up with a knife that's this good. There are knives you can't fell, but then there are knives that you can't fell, and the blade still just whips out, right? And it's not hard to do. It's not like it's a detent where it's only doing that because it's really stiff. It's not stiff at all. It's just the design of his detents are something special. They really are. This one has a great detent too, although there has the ergonomic problem. But the detent on this is great. This is a great detent, but this one's better. I don't know if it's the geometry or the weight, what made this one better than this one, but this one is definitely better than the Apex. And it may have something to do with this being a front flipper. It may have tuned it a little differently, but since this one's flipper only, man, it is dialed in. This thing is dialed in. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. This will be linked in the description below. I am an affiliate with Blade HQ now, by the way, so if you do pick something up there and you use my link, it would help support the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you all on the next one.